What's up, everybody? My name is Alec North, and this is my new YouTube slash Instagram channels called Mass Monsters. Now, the name comes from where I'm from more so than the size of the animals that I shoot, but it's a play on both. I'm from Massachusetts. That's where I do most of my hunting. Probably one time a year, I try to take a out of state trip and go somewhere that's sort of out of my realm or wheelhouse and get a little bit of experience going around. But the whole point of this channel is to just document what I do and all my experiences and as the season progresses and just stuff I do all year that are related to hunting. I started hunting probably 10 years ago now. I'm 26 years old, so I probably started when I was around 16. And the first few years there, I primarily just shotgun hunted because that was what our deer season was. And I went out and did deer drives with my uncles. Well, my uncle and his whole crew of guys that he's been going with since who knows when. I don't even know. But that's kind of where I got my feet wet. And then I eventually transitioned to bow hunting, and I've shot a couple bucks with a muzzle loader as well. So, but primarily I just focus on archery and bow hunting. I'll still go out with my uncle and do some gun hunting here and there, but that's more so for fun. And it's much less serious environment for me. But the whole point of this channel is I just want to share my experiences, and it's something that I put so much time and effort into all year that I do so much of it. I just can't justify not having a channel and sharing what I my not my experience, but what I do with everyone. No part of this is really intended to be educational. There's so many people out there with so much more knowledge and just so much more experience on every single topic that you can come across in hunting, be it saddle hunting, be it archery, be it building arrows, tuning bows. There's so many better people out there that you can go and reference that are gonna point you in a better direction than I can. And I know that. Um, but that's not really the purpose of what I intend to do here. The main thing is just entertainment and allowing space for the common man to relate to me, and we can all have a you don't there's not much that you see anymore where you can relate to. Even guys going out and hunting 100 times a year, owning a farm, or having a bunch of money, or going out and hunting with their friends who have a farm in Iowa. Um, None of that stuff is really relatable. 90% of what I do is going to be on public land. 90% of what I'm going to do is going to be either on the ground or hanging hunts. I do probably an even mix of both of those. And eventually, maybe there'll be a little bit of shotgun hunting involved there. We'll see how it goes, but that could be some fun. Eventually, maybe a podcast, who knows? I don't really have a lot of equipment or anything that's gonna make this a grand production. It's just gonna be your average everyday dude stuff. And I feel like that's an audience that's kind of missed, and everything is way too cinematic now. Uh, so yeah, that's my little intro for the channel, and I'm gonna start off by doing a rundown on my gear, my saddle setup, and a little rundown on my arrow, what I shoot for a bow, give you a bunch of reasons why I use what I use. And you'll find throughout my whole process that everything I selected and everything that I've kept using and everything that I do, I have a specific purpose and reason for that to be in my arsenal, which is something that I didn't pick up on until a little bit later in my hunting career, where I stopped just buying stuff because it was new and shiny and fancy, and just started picking out stuff that I thought would best suit me. Like, I don't shoot the arrow that most of them guys shoot. I don't hunt the way most guys do. I don't use the same climbing sticks that everybody is buying. And that's kind of the whole purpose too, and the message behind everything that I'm gonna do is go out there, take little bits and pieces from everybody that you watch, see, are around, get mentored by, and take the best parts of them and kind of like kick the rest to the side. And that's how we become the best version of ourselves. And so that's the gist of it. I'm going to go through all my gear choices and things I use. That's my little background on me. And eventually, when the season comes around, it opens here October 6th. We're going to get into a little bit of hunting as well. I'm going to film some stuff, and eventually, when and if I get something on the ground, which I should be able to, I'm going to go through what happened exactly and why that situation worked, and maybe things I could have done better. And ideally, my goal for the season would be to shoot a buck that is, or be able to harvest a buck that is 4.5. That's kind of where I'm at in my career. I've taken several bucks that are of the younger age class, but I'm really just trying to aim for that step up. And I'm sure you will see the struggles that come with that. And everybody in every realm of competition or pursuit or hobby or anything like that, even if you played high school varsity basketball or anything like that, football, it's like to get to that next level is just so much more difficult than where you were before. Like, you can be a bad boy, shooting a bunch of 2.5-year-old bucks and you'll get them every year. But if you're gonna pass up and try to shoot the 3.5s and the 4.5s, that's a big step. I remember being racing dirt bikes when I was a kid, and I went from the peewees to the hare scrambles, which was like, it was the next age group, like next bike size up. And I remember the first race just being like, what the hell is going on here? This is like nothing like I was doing. When I was a class down, I was cleaning up. So none of this is going to amount to guaranteed success, and I know that, and I'm okay with that. And I could end up looking like a huge loser at the end of this whole thing. But what I want to put out there too is I'm going to show you when I make a mistake. I'm going to show you all the regular stuff that I go through, and I'm going to show you real life, real hunting experience. And I think it's going to bring us all together a little bit and make us all feel a little bit better of all the screw ups that we have, and take a little bit of the whole, oh, this guy just killed a big deer on Instagram. Everybody's killing big stuff, and you don't have to feel bad if you're not. And that's really the gist of it. I work a full-time job. I'm a union carpenter. I build bridges, which that's another subject, a deep dive there. Well, what does a carpenter build on a bridge? Basically, I just end up doing a lot of concrete work. So the first month of the season, pretty much in October until the clocks change, it'll be mostly all after work sits and some Saturdays. And then when the rut rolls around, probably mid-November, second week of November, I'll take a week off, and I'll be on the all-day sit grind, and then it'll just be weekends or days off stuff until shotgun season comes around, and then I'll have a couple videos on that if all goes well. And than muzzleloader season. I love muzzleloader hunting, but the main primary focus of this whole channel is going to be archery and quote unquote mobile hunting, the trendy thing nowadays. And that's really it. We'll hopefully get into some postseason scouting and off-season stuff, and then we'll roll right back into it next year. But we'll see how it goes. So that's all I got for you for this week. And I'll see you next week. All these videos are gonna drop on. I'll have to pick a day and pick a time, but I want to get on a semi regular schedule and probably drop some sort of video every week, and so that way everybody can count on it and get on the same page with it, and hopefully watch it and give your 2 cents, and we can have a good back and forth. This whole thing, I want it to be more of a community type thing than a you watch me kind of thing. If you're watching this, you're officially an OG of this channel, and I appreciate you. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you gotta do. Talk shit if you have to. I'll probably read it, and I'll probably talk some shit back to you, and we can have good fun here. So thanks for stopping in on the first video. We'll see you on the next one.